So for shits and giggles, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a quick video talking about some Bandai movie monsters. I did do my collection not too long ago, like a few months ago. I talked about Bandai movie monsters, my Bandai movie monster collection, and I did tell you guys that there were some figures that were on the way and I didn't get yet, so I'm going to talk about them. And one of the monster ones that I didn't bring up, like there was one figure I forgot to mention. He wasn't really a Bandai one; it was Temu, but still. And so I thought I'd talk about some figures I've recently got in the collection that I wanted to mention. Let's start off with this one because I don't think I mentioned this one, and that is this beautiful Godzilla -1 beam attack. You can see like even how bright the mouth is. I also love how like the spines are bright. This was a Toho store exclusive that took forever to get. I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember if I showed this one off already, but I really love it. I just love how like the brightness of the spines are, and again the mouth. I love all the details to the figure. It is a solid -1 Goji figure. But there is another that I wanted to bring up that really made me go, wow, I need this in my collection, and that is this Shin Godzilla Awakening figure. This is probably my last Godzilla figure I'm going to get, because and by Godzilla figures, I mean like Godzilla the monster, not like movie monster collection. There are some other Toho and Ultraman and even some other monsters that I want to collect that are I want on my list. That I really want to have in my collection, but it's not a big list anymore. The list is getting smaller and smaller. So there is a finite to it, and there's only finite shelf space in my collection, let me tell you. But this Shin Godzilla I really wanted. I wasn't even thinking about getting a Shin. I was thinking about just kind of getting several Godzillas to represent the different eras, like getting a Godzilla 1954 figure to represent Showa, a Burning Godzilla to represent the Heisei era, a Godzilla 2000 to represent Millennium, but -1 was so beautiful I had to get it. And then I saw Shin. I also have a Temu one because it was cheaper rather than just try to get the whole damn figure of Godzilla from Godzilla Singular Point. And yeah, so I was like, fuck it, I want to get a Shin, because originally it was supposed to be -1 was going to be my representative of the Reiwa era, but I saw how beautiful this Shin was on a site, and I was like, you know what, I have to get it. And let me tell you, the brightness of these spines, and also I love the detail. I know you can't really see it, but the detail on the tail as well is amazing. And again, the mouth, the interior of the mouth. It's not as bright as you can see with -1, which clearly looks like it's glowing. But here you can see a bit of that glow in the mouth. I also love how it's not really going to show up on the camera, but I also love how the little detail that the eyes have the little eye shield on them. Like in the movie, Godzilla's little eye shield like comes up and protects him when it protects his eyes when he's doing the beam attack. So I really like that. Next up for Zilla is, well, Zilla from Godzilla Final Wars. And I got this because I did a video not too long ago talking about how, the Godzilla 98 hate needs to stop. And I saw this online, and I was like, you know what? I don't think this is the first time they've done a Zilla figure. And I got it because this is the Zilla from Final Wars. Why do I bring this up? Because I thought they were never going to do, Bandai Movie Monsters was never going to do a actual Godzilla 98 figure. I legit thought that they were never going to do that. And guess what they did 2 weeks after I ordered the figure? Yeah, they announced they're making a Godzilla 98 figure for Bandai Movie Monsters. So I got this for nothing. And he's not graciously detailed. But I get it's more to look like Zilla, as Zilla did in the Final Wars movie, and he actually scales pretty well against other Godzillas because he's relatively small. Like, comparatively speaking, I mean, yeah, over other Godzillas, he's relatively small. So I do appreciate he's a smaller figure. Uh-oh. Everything's cool. We're cool. Just nothing dropped. We're cool. Yep, we're fine. I know some Bandai Movie Monster collector figures are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Next up is a Temu figure that I wanted to show off because it was so cool to see, and that is the Pacific Rim Chernobyl Alpha. One of my favorite Jaegers, and for a Temu figure, it's actually pretty articulate. You know, the arms can stretch out. They have some articulation. I do wish that there was a little more articulation in in this arm right here. It's very stiff. The legs are actually pretty, and it's actually a pretty stable figure. I do like that there's a lot of articulation even down in the foot. Yeah, this was a pretty solid Temu knockoff figure, all things considered. I really liked it. Yeah. So it was just kind of a fun figure to see. I was like, you know what? I'm having a little. I was having a lot of trouble finding the McFarlane, like Jakks Pacific, not Jakks Pacific, but the McFarlane Jaeger and Kaiju figures. So when I saw like a knockoff on Temu, I was like, fuck it. I don't consider myself like a major collector, so I was just like, I just want to have it. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of heretical for major collectors to hear this, but I was like, I just kind of want to have it. You know what I mean? I just want to have it. Anyway. And finally, this was a gift from my good friend Chris. Chris, thank you so much, brother. This is the Gamera Rebirth figure from Bandai Movie Monsters. I do have a knockoff Heisei Gamera figure, but Chris told me he was sending me a Bandai Movie Monster figure, and I was not expecting this one. I was legit not expecting Gamera Rebirth, and it's actually pretty big. Like, this is a girthy boy. He got some girth to him. He's actually not that heavy either. I know he looks pretty heavy, but he's actually pretty weightless. The only articulation is in the arms and a little bit in the tail, but other than that, it is a pretty cool figure. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. And I was not expecting Chris to send me this, because usually he just sends me comics, so always surprised by that. So thank you. I also love the brightness on the chest. I know the camera's not going to show that all that well. Anyway, I just thought this would be a fun, quick video showing off some figures I kind of didn't already. I might not do this video again because it was kind of short, but hey, you guys just comment below, let me know what you guys thought of this, and other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.